The Little Dragon Who Sneezed Fireworks. Deep in the Sparkle Mountains, where trees glittered like confetti and squirrels wore sunglasses for no reason, lived a tiny dragon named Dizzy. Now, Dizzy wasn't like the other dragons. The big dragons breathed giant flames. The grown-up dragons roared so loudly that clouds trembled. But Dizzy? Well, Dizzy sneezed. Not normal sneezes. Not polite, achoos. Not tiny, squeaky, mouse-sized sneezes. No. Dizzy sneezed fireworks. Boom. Bang. Ka-whoosh. Every time he sneezed, colorful sparks exploded into the sky like a party that had eaten too much candy. Chapter 1. The Sneezing Problem. Dizzy lived with his grandma, Granny Scaletail, who knitted sweaters out of clouds and made soup that tasted suspiciously like burnt toast. Every morning, she asked sweetly, "Dizzy dear, how's your nose?" Dizzy sniffled. "Tickly. Oh no," Granny muttered, diving under the table. "Here it comes." Dizzy's snout wriggled. His wings fluttered. His eyes crossed. Ah! Ah! Arth! Chew! Kaboom! Fireworks blasted into the sky, rainbow spirals, sparkly stars, glittery noodles, and one enormous fire chicken that squawked before disappearing. "Lovely sneeze, dear," Granny said, peeking out. "But please aim away from the house." The house, which had once been grey stone, was now bright polka-dotted. Chapter TWO. Forest Complaints. Other mountain creatures did not appreciate Dizzy's sneezy talent. The chipmunks complained because their acorn stash kept roasting itself. The owls complained because explosions woke them during their naps. The bears complained because one sneeze had blown all the honey out of a hive, splattering it on their fur like sticky wallpaper. Even the squirrels held a meeting, complete with tiny clipboards and acorn microphones. Their leader squeaked, "We must talk to the dragon." So the animals marched up to Dizzy's cave. Chipmunks marched. Bears lumbered. Owls flew dramatically. And one raccoon rolled in late because he got stuck inside a trash can again. "Dizzy," said the head owl, "your sneezes are too boom-boomy." And sparkly, grumbled a bear picking glitter out of his fur. And hot, squeaked a chipmunk, holding up a toasted acorn. Dizzy's eyes drooped. "I'm sorry. I can't help it." The animals looked at his droopy wings and felt a teeny-tiny bit guilty. "Maybe," the owl said gently, "you just need help controlling your sneezes." Chapter 3. The Sneeze Specialist. The animals brought Dizzy to Dr. Snufflepuff, the forest sneeze expert. He was a plump rabbit with glasses so big he looked like a walking owl. He examined Dizzy's nose with a carrot-shaped flashlight. "Ah yes," the doctor nodded. "A classic case of sparkle nasal zumbumitis." "What?" Dizzy blinked. "Your nose is sensitive," Dr. Snufflepuff explained. "We must try treatments." Treatment: stuffing cotton up Dizzy's nostrils. Dizzy couldn't breathe and walked into a tree. Nope. Treatment: wrapping his head in a giant bubble. But every sneeze made the bubble explode. And then Dr. Snufflepuff's beard caught sparkles and glowed for the rest of the day. Nope again. Treatment: a gigantic nose plug that looked like a purple carrot. Dizzy sneezed so hard it shot across the mountains and bonked a moose. Absolutely not. Dr. Snufflepuff sighed. "I'm sorry, Dizzy. Your sneezes are too powerful." Dizzy hung his head. Chapter 4. Disaster in the Valley. A few days later, something terrible happened. The valley below Sparkle Mountain grew dark, darker than night, darker than a bear's armpit, darker than Granny Scaletail's burnt toast soup. A giant rock slide had blocked the sun. The plants drooped. The flowers shivered. Even the mushrooms fainted dramatically. "We need light," cried the animals. "The plants can't survive." They tried everything. The owls flapped their wings. The chipmunks pushed on the rocks, unsuccessfully. The raccoon tried to bribe the rocks with snacks. Nothing worked. "We need someone small enough to squeeze into the tight spots," said the owl. "We need someone strong enough to blast the boulder," said the bear. "We need someone sparkly enough to brighten the entire valley," squeaked a squirrel. Slowly, all eyes turned to Dizzy. Dizzy gulped. "Me. Yes, you," everyone shouted. Chapter 5. The Giant Sneeze. Dizzy tiptoed to the massive rock wall blocking the valley's sunlight. He sniffed. I don't know if I can do it. You can, shouted Granny Scaletail. It's okay to be different, my sparkly sneezer. Dizzy's nose tingled. A teeny tiny tickle. Then a medium tickle. Then a huge, monstrous, boomy tickle blasted through his snout. Oh no, Dizzy said, this is going to be a big one. All the animals dove behind bushes. Dizzy inhaled. Ah. Ah. The bears covered their eyes. The owls covered their ears. The raccoon hid in a bucket. And then, CHO. The sneeze exploded like a super firework dragon festival. Boom. Crackle. Whoosh. Sparkle. Zing. Pop. 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 Colors filled the sky: reds, greens, blues, pinks shaped like cupcakes, sparkly dragons, spinning suns, dancing llamas, and a giant glittery pineapple. The explosion blasted the boulder into tiny pebbles that rained down gently like sprinkles. Sunshine poured into the valley again. The plants perked up instantly. The flowers glowed with color. The mushrooms stopped fainting and pretended they hadn't fainted at all. All the animals cheered. Chapter 6, A Hero at Last. Dizzy stared at the sunshine, then at the happy valley, then at his own sparkly snout. I did it. You didn't just do it, yelled a chipmunk. You saved the whole valley. And it was beautiful, added the owl. And delicious, said the bear, licking glitter off his fur. The animals lifted Dizzy onto their shoulders, even though they could barely carry him. Hooray for Dizzy. Hooray for the sparkly sneezer. Hooray for the firework dragon. Dizzy blushed so hard that sparks flickered out of his ears. From that day onward, the valley changed its mind about Dizzy's sneezy magic. Instead of hiding, they celebrated it. Every evening, villagers gathered for Dizzy's dazzling sneeze show, where he sneezed shapes like dancing tacos, flying socks, and sparkly rainbows. Even the moon watched sometimes. And Dizzy, he no longer wished his sneezes were normal. He loved being the little dragon with the big, boomy, beautiful sneezes. The END with a sneezy bonus. Dizzy sniffled. His nose wriggled. His wings fluttered. Oh no, said the animals, giggling, here it comes. Achoo. A shower of sparkly hearts filled the sky. And everyone cheered.